Hello friends, welcome to Adobe XD video tutorials series. In the previous video tutorials, we understood what is Adobe XD and what is it used for, how to create and view Adobe XD document, Adobe XD user interface. In this video, we understand how to create and manage artboards. You can see that Adobe XD document by default comes with a single artboard. So this is an artboard. You can see in the artboard section, we have the artboard, right? How do we create new artboard? For that, click on the artboard tool, then go to the property inspector. Here you find presets. We have mobile presets, we have tablet presets, we have web and desktop presets, we have watch presets. What are these watch presets? They are smart watch presets, guys. As we are interested in designing the website, right? So here you can see we have web 1920, which is actually the width of our current artboard. So I click on this web 1920, it creates a new artboard, guys. So very simple. If you want to create a new artboard, just select the artboard tool, go to the property inspector and select the preset that you want. That creates a new artboard. If you want, you can also click and drag on the canvas area. I hold down the space bar and navigate, and just I click here and drag. You can see that I am using the artboard tool. I just clicked and drag, and then if I want, I can change its width to 1920 1080. Like that we can create the artboard, guys. If you want, you can delete the artboard just by pressing the delete key. First you select the artboard by clicking on the title, then delete. Okay, space bar, I am dragging here, select the artboard and press the delete key. So that is how you are going to create new artboards and delete. If you want, you can rename the artboard just by double clicking the artboard title. Let's say it's a home page of our website. So I can say here home page, hit enter. If you want, you can duplicate the artboard, guys. Just hold down the alt, click and drag the artboard title. That creates a new artboard. That's a duplicate of the previous artboard. You can see that. And if you want to rename, just double click on the artboard title and change the name. Let's say it's a about page. I can simply say here about page, hit enter. And how to delete the artboard? Just press the delete key, guys. So you understood how to create new artboards, how to delete artboards, how to rename artboards, how to duplicate artboards. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Next, we understand how to modify the properties of the artboard. To modify properties of the artboard, first you select the artboard by clicking on the artboard title. Then go to inspector window, that is property inspector. Here you see there is a transform section which displays the width of the artboard, height of the artboard, X position, Y position, landscape or portrait. If you want, you can change these properties. Okay, like for example, I can change the X position of the artboard, I can change the Y position of the artboard. I say X0 and Y0. If I want, I can display the artboard in the portrait mode or the landscape mode, right? If you want, you can change the width of the artboard. You can see that I can change the width of the artboard, I can change the height of the artboard. Let me set it back to 1920, hit enter. I hope you understood what is the meaning of width, height, that is W, H, X, Y, portrait and landscape. Next we have responsive resize. Okay, responsive resize in the layout section. You can see responsive resize. If you are creating the responsive user interface, okay, when the screen size reduces or increases, automatically the user interface should get adjusted. In that case, what you do is you enable this. So if I not enable responsive resize and if I reduce the width, you can see that our rectangle box is static, right? It is static. You can clearly observe that one. Whereas if I enable responsive resize, now what happens, you see, if I drag, you can see its position is getting changed. You can see that, right? If I reduce the width, the position is changing. If I increase the width, its position is changing. So it is adjusting automatically. So that is called responsive resize. In our case, I don't want responsive resize. If you are designing responsive user interface, then you should select this one, guys. Let me deselect this and let me set the width back to 1920. Okay. Next we have scrolling. Do you want scrolling enabled or not? That's what this drop down indicates. Okay, so scrolling, if it is vertical, that means you can scroll. If you say here none, that means you cannot scroll. Let me explain it more clearly. I select the vertical here. Okay, I selected the vertical and viewport height is 1080. You can see that. That's fine. Let me increase the artboard height. Okay, let me increase the artboard height. I'm increasing the artboard height, and this dash 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 dash, what you see, it indicates the viewport height, guys. Okay, viewport height. That means if I click on preview, from here to here the height is 1080, guys. That's what this indicates. Okay, viewport height 1080, and I increase the artboard height. Okay, let me have more rectangles here. I hold down the alt and drag to duplicate. I hold down the alt and drag to duplicate. I hold down the alt and drag to duplicate. Now what happens, as we have enabled the scrolling vertical, we have, if I click on the play button, we can scroll, guys. You can see we can scroll. Whereas if I say scrolling none, if I say scrolling none and click on the play button, we have no option of scrolling. Actually, it displays the complete artboard. It is displaying the full artboard here in the viewport, guys. So you actually keep it vertical, because of course we should be able to scroll when the content is more. And viewport height I set 1080. That's the default one. And as you add content, you can definitely increase the artboard height. You can definitely increase, and you can click on the play button. You can see we are able to scroll. So that's about the scrolling part. I hope it's clear. Next, if you want, you can change the fill color of the artboard at any time. Okay, I keep it back to white. Next, I select the artboard by clicking on the artboard title, and then we have the layout, guys. Okay, what is that actually? Let me explain. There are some web frameworks we have, like Bootstrap, which follows a 12 column grid layout. Let's say you have a Bootstrap developer, okay, and you are designing a website user interface. Then it is good to enable the grid layout. You can see it shows the 12 column layout. So you can see we have 12 columns, and by enabling the layout, and if you design the user interface, or if you design the website, okay, if you design the website using the 12 column layout, then it will be very easy for Bootstrap developer to develop the website, guys. Okay, so this is a good option that we have in Adobe XD. Okay, what else we have here? What else we have in the layout part? Okay, we have layout part here. In the layout, you can see we have a number of columns, that is 12. If you want, you can increase or decrease. You can change the gutter width, that is the space between the columns. You can increase or decrease. Default is 16. Okay, default is 16. You can also increase the column width. If you want, you can increase the column width or decrease the column width, right, which is 121 is the default. Also, we have margin on the left hand side and right side. Okay, we can increase the margin on the left hand side and right hand side. You can see that. Or you can increase or decrease the margin on all four sides. So if you select this second button here, icon, you can increase or decrease the margin top. If you say use default, it resets back to the original default values. Okay, so that is about layout, and you can decide the what should be the color of these columns here, right? You can increase or decrease. And if you are creating logos or something, then you can go for grid as a square box. You can display the square boxes, and you can increase the size of square boxes here. You can see, right? Then I go back to the layout, so that displays the grid layout. You can see that. If you do not want to see the grid layout or square, right, you can just untick this option, then you get a plain artboard. So that is about the grid layout or a square layout, guys. So you can decide. It depends upon it depends upon the developer's need, that whether they are going through the 12 column layout or 16 column layout. All that you need to observe and modify here and start designing the website, guys. That's all about properties of the artboard that you need to know. I hope you guys have clearly understood. That's it, guys, for this video tutorial. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep designing, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.